The purpose of this video is to describe some of the ways researchers attempt to measure controlled processes and to highlight some unexpected difficulties when attempting to do this. Because people are consciously aware of their controlled processes, we can usually just ask them direct questions. How do you feel about politician A? 1 to 7, with 1 meaning unfavorable and 7 meaning favorable. But there are some types of questions that we can't ask people about directly because they are sensitive topics. When it comes to sensitive topics like race or sex, we can't just ask people directly because they either don't want to tell us the truth or they don't know the truth. Think about racism. If someone is racist and we directly ask them about their attitude toward black people, they may not tell us the truth because of social norms that discourage acknowledging racism in public. For example, feeling thermometers are a great way to measure attitudes. You ask participants to tell you how warm or favorable they feel toward a group of people, and they respond using the metaphor of the thermometer. These thermometers are a great way to assess old-fashioned racism, the type of racism that people are proud of and want to tell everyone about. But you can also ask about this type of racism directly with a question like, to what extent do you agree that black people are not as smart as white people? But social norms may not allow people to honestly respond on this type of question. So researchers have come up with other strategies. One of the most common involves a scale called the Modern Racism Scale. The Modern Racism Scale asks participants about attitudes toward black people, but provides plausible, non-racist reasons for having a negative attitude toward black people. For example, to what extent do you agree that discrimination against black people is no longer a problem in America? This type of question allows participants to acknowledge the problems of racism in the past, but to discount the effects of racism that are present now. Another common strategy is to ask participants to tell us what they believe society thinks instead of what they personally believe. Because people tend to believe that their personal attitudes are commonly held, they end up telling us about their own attitudes. When they think about what most people think, they assume most people think like them. These types of questions solve the problem of the participant not wanting to tell us something, but they don't do anything for the situation in which participants don't know their true attitudes. In those situations, we must rely on automatic measures.